bids.
What's the two separate bids?
Supplies, yeah, one is asphalt and one is material.
All right, we'll call a meeting of the Board of Estimates to order. Full board is present. Approval of minutes of the April 6, 2026 meeting.
So moved.
So moved by Massey, seconded by Rodriguez. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, new business. We had a bid opening for the street materials. Which one's, Jacob, this,
Start with the first one.
the one to my right? Asphalt bid? Yeah.
Yeah.
First one is Etetz and Sons. And Jacob, as I give them to you, just repeat before you read the bids.
You want me to read them or refer them to me for?
We're going to refer them all to you for review.
Okay.
Just for the record, though, just to read who the bids are from.
The first one, I'm having something in myself.
The next one is going to be Tilcon. So first one you have, second one is Tilcon, but go ahead.
All right, so the first one from Etetz and Son is, the bids are for asphalt material, premix asphalt top course, type 6, freight on board, $89 per ton. The next one is top course, type 7, $91 per ton, and that's freight on board at the plant. The following one is for type 4 binder, $89 per ton at the plant. That means picked up by city trucks. The following one is for binder type 3, $88 per ton at the plant. Asphalt premix, base course, type 1, $87 per ton at the plant. Asphalt premix, type 2, base course, $87 per ton. And asphalt cold patch, $145 per ton. And that concludes the bid. The next one, Mayor.
Next is Tilcon. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Next bid is from Tilcon, and the bid is as follows. No delivery bid is quoted here. First number is type 6 top course is $94 per ton. Top course type 7, $86.40 per ton. I'm sorry, the first one was $94.40 per ton, which is type 6 top course. Second item is top course type 7, $96.40 per ton. No bid for binder type 4. Next item is binder type 3, $90.40 per ton. And base course type 1, $89.15 per ton. No bid for base course type 2, no bid for cold patch. That concludes the bid from Tilcon.
Next is Callahan. And Jacob, what is this? This is not a sealed bid. What's this folder for? It says patch, 2026 patch material bid. Not sealed. Is this our information, affidavit of publication?
Yeah, that's all fine.
It's our file.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
got it by mistake.
All right.
Thank you.
You forgot this.
Yeah, I'll get a job. I'm just trying to put these things together here. The next bid is from Callahan Industries, and the bids are as follows. Top course type 6 is $82 per ton. Top course type 7, $90 per ton. And the following item is binder course type 3, $80 per ton. Base course type 1, $80 per ton. Base course type 2, $84 per ton. And that's all freight on board at the plant. And asphalt premix, the cold patch, is $144 per ton. This concludes the bid from Callahan Industries.
So there's no more bids on street materials and patch material?
Yep.
Now, the agenda says bid opening, both items bid opening is for street materials and patch materials.
Right.
What is
now,
that?
Now you have a street material. We did the patch and
Oh,
asphalt.
so who prepared the agenda?
I don't know.
Huh?
Get-
Oh, okay. She's not here, though. That's one patch.
That's one bid?
No, one batch. I gave them all to you, so you don't keep getting up.
All right, the first bid is from Dick's Concrete, and items are as follows, the bids. Screen sand, stockpiled at city job site, $36.95 per ton, thank you, per ton. Screen gravel, well, I'm gonna go, first number is gonna be, I'm sorry, at the job site, the second number is gonna be freight on board at the plant. So screen sand is $36.95 at the plant. At the job site, the first one was at the job site. The second one is freight on board at the plant, $31 per ton. Screen gravel, $25.95 per ton. At the job site, $21.95 per ton at the plant. Item 4, $19 per ton. At the job site, $15 per ton at the plant. Crushed stone, $25.45 per ton. Stockpiled at the job site, $21.45 at the plant. Crushed stone number 3, $25.45 per ton. At the job site, $21.45 at the plant, picked up. Riprap, which is light stone fill, $32 per ton. Stockpiled, $28 per ton at the job site. Bank run is $19.50 per cubic yard, and that is delivered. $15.50 per yard picked up at the plant. This concludes Dick's Concrete bid. Next item, next bid is from stone bid from Eatits and Son, and the bids are as follows. Screen and wash sand, stockpiled at the job site, $37 per ton. Picked up at the plant is $30 per ton. Then item 4, $23.50 per ton. At the job site, delivered. Freight on board, $17.50 per ton. Picked up at the plant. It says 10 per Middletown, okay. Crushed stone, $30 per ton. Stockpiled at the job site, $24 per ton at the picked up at the plant. Crushed stone number 3, $29 per ton. Delivered, $23 picked up per ton. Riprap, $31 per ton. Delivered, $25 per ton picked up at the plant. No bid in the other items. This concludes its bid. And the next bid is from Aiden Mining. The bids are as follows. He's bidding on no delivered prices, only picked up at the plant. Item 4 is $15.90 per ton picked up at the plant. Crushed stone number 2, $20.45 per ton picked up at the plant. And crushed stone number 3, $22.50 per ton picked up at the plant. Riprap light stone fill, $26.95 per ton picked up at the plant. No other bids provided. That's from Eden. Another bid is from Tilcon. The bids are as follows from Tilcon. Item 4, stockpile that delivered to the city, $35 per ton. Picked up at the plant, $19.60 per ton. Crushed stone, there is no bid. No bid, that's the only item they bid on from Tilcon. Then we have sealed bid, Department of Public Works, Board of Estimate. The bidder is Quarry Management. Quarry Management. Their bids are as follows. Their bids are as follow. Item 4, New York State item 4, $23.50 delivered, $11 per ton picked up at the plant. Crushed stone number 2, $26.50 delivered, $14 picked up at the plant. Crushed stone number 3, $26.50 delivered to the city, $14 per ton picked up at the plant. Riprap, $29.50 delivered, $17 per ton picked up at the plant. And they are material upon the price was produced, quarry. It's from Pennsylvania. Our distribution yard is in Port Jervis. Okay. And the next bid is from Callahan Industries, sand and gravel and stone. Bids are as follows. New York State item 4, $30 per ton delivered, $14.50 picked up at the plant. Crushed stone number 2, $36 per ton delivered, $20.25. $20.50 per ton picked up at the plant, picked up at their plant. Crushed stone number 3, $36 per ton delivered to the city, $20.50 picked up at the plant. Riprap, $39 per ton delivered and $23.50 picked up at their plant. That's the only bid, and the material is in Monticello. This concludes the bid, Mayor and Board of Estimate.
Motion to refer the bid to Commissioner of Public Works for recommendation to the Common Council. Microphone, Joe. Yeah, it's on now. There's a motion to recommend the bids to the Common Council and the Commissioner of Public Works for recommendation, and then forward it to the Common Council.
So moved.
Moved by Massey, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Next order of business. transfer within the civil service budget from printing to travel for $295 to cover the cost of the NISAPCO conference. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez.
I'll explain it,
Yes.
Joe.
Well, you tried to second it.
I
though.
seconded it.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
You can't second a motion when you're going to abstain.
I'm not going to abstain. I'm going to explain it to you. That's
Oh,
all.
well, go ahead. We got it on the floor.
All right, well, this has absolutely nothing to do with me. This is for the secretary's travel that's coming up. She's going up for this particular conference.
Yeah, but I don't think it's appropriate for you to vote on something in your own department. You're an employee of the department, part-time, in your private life.
I have before, but if you want.
Well, it's up
I
to
have no
you.
problems. I'll
It's up to you. You should maybe get clarification from legal counsel on that in the future.
All
But you
right.
can vote, do whatever you want with it. But,
But that's why I wanted, I mean, it's
All right.
not me.
I understand. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
Item 3.3, Val Bruni quote and fund transfer to the North Street Firehouse. The general fund, $57,890 to repairs to building. Mr. Tawil, please explain. Something must be lost in the translation here, or it's about the fund balance.
Every 2 weeks.
So it's basically, it's the HVAC system that broke down in North Street Firehouse. And Val Bruni, plumbing, he checked it out. He said it's not worth fixing. It's tucked in the attic. And he's proposing a different system in there because that one is, they tell me it's irreparable. I checked with the fire chiefs. And they said, yeah, it's not working. That's why they called Val Bruni. So I sent deputy commissioner over there, and he confirmed it's not working. We're not HVAC experts. We rely on our contractors and the fact that it is not serviceable, and it's old, and it's not working.
How old is it, do you know?
I don't know, Joe,
How do you know it's old?
but they told me it's old.
All right, any motion? So moved by Massey. Seconded by? Myself? Any questions?
So you have annual budget repairs to buildings, $165,750.
Yes, usually we ask for more. We're given less, and by the end of that year, we ask for more money.
Yeah, last year you had $146,250, and then you plus an additional $111,000.
That's right. That's exactly what I
But
just said.
we're in month 4, and you're already tapping into the fund balance.
No, it's an unbudgeted item. It's not tapping into a fund balance. It's unbudgeted item. You understand the difference
No.
between budgeted items.
Budget for repairs to buildings. I
Right.
don't care that it broke down. It's still repair to the building.
It's
You
not-
have $165,000 in a budget.
We haven't broken down the $165,000, what we expect to use them for. This is an unbudgeted item.
It's not an emergency. There's,
Oh, it's not an emergency for you, but for them, it's going to be hot very soon.
I think what the council president is arguing is the perennial argument that we have here, is that when you run low on your budget line is when you should come transfer. You should make this you should use your budget, and then as you run short, or if you run short, then you come back and remind the board that we had to transfer $57,000 on an emergency.
I also
Or,
remember.
I'm sorry.
I also remember ESG saying they checked every firehouse and they replaced every boiler and they did everything.
No, they've done boilers, yes, but not HVAC.
And so, do we know how old, besides old, is this system? Do we know?
No, I just told the mayor. It's been reported to me. I'm not an expert in HVAC. You want Val Bruni to come in and
No, I don't need
make a
the-
presentation for
I
you?
don't need the vendor to come in.
No,
and
no,
tell
he's
me
my
anything.
expert.
He's not. He's a vendor, and this is what he does for a living.
Yes.
I need to know, like, is it a 2000 or is it
All right.
a 2019?
Would you like me to hire an engineer to come and give you a report
No,
on
we,
it?
We do enough of that.
Oh, okay,
For
so
a
we don't
roof
want
that
to
needs to be
engineer it, we
replaced,
don't
we
want the
need that.
contractor to tell us, the expert to tell
I'm
us
just
what's wrong
saying,
with it.
165,000 in the budget, that's a lot of money.
And what did you say last year we used?
111,000 extra.
Exactly. Because we have old buildings, we have old system, and they're getting older. How old? I don't know, each one has its own age.
But then the other argument is that we obviously gave you additional funds when needed last year. So why not wait until you indicate whether you're going to exhaust your budgeted number as we get closer to the year? Why tap in the fund balance now? Why not just do the repair within the existing budget?
Respectfully, because that's proper accounting. When you do the budgeting, the proper budgeted items, you are funded and you can use it for. If you have unbudgeted item, especially large amount, 1/3 basically, more than 1/3 of your annual budget, unbudgeted, and it comes in there, nobody knows anything about it, the appropriate thing to do is to fund it from the fund balance, and then all these little things that happen throughout the year, I have enough money to continue to use that. And fix, repair in here for $10,000, repair for $5,000, repair for $2,000. If I use up all my budget, now every other day I'm going to be before you, oh, I need $2,000. For what?
No, I don't, respectfully, I don't think that's what I said.
Oh,
I said respectfully that as you approach some point this year, and you see, let's say, September, your $165,000 is $50,000, $40,000. That would be the time to come back to the board and say, I had this emergency appropriation back in April, and I didn't know what's going to happen with the rest of the year, but we did exhaust all the funds. The previous year, we went over budget on 11. So it's the timing. It's because I think what he's saying is when sometimes you put money into additional money into a budget, that there tends to be the need to spend it.
really?
Not by you, but you have subordinates too that control budget lines, correct?
What's
No,
1% of the
no,
budget?
I have to sign off on every
Well,
dollar.
you sign off, but you rely on your experts.
No, my experts, in a way, they have to justify for me why it's done. So in this case, we asked the vendor, the contractor that we rely on, and he said, yes, it's shot. We asked the police, the
I
fire
understand that.
chief.
But
I
if
did
it's
my
im-
due
If
diligence.
it's important enough to do now, why, if we're telling you that if you exhaust your budget, we will give you the money at the end of the year, why does that matter to you?
It does matter to me because it's not proper way. I don't run my department this way. Every item, yes. When I come before you to defend my budget, don't you sit down and go line by line? Why is it
I don't
150
believe
respectfully?
your repairs to
Yes.
building line is broken down line by line.
There is, all the contractors are provided there.
The contractor's named, but I don't believe you don't put down, we're gonna put $20,000 into the firehouse this year.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Not for the firehouse, but we have it all broken down to justify why we need 150. Otherwise, you'll tell me, why do you need 150,000?
So how did you go over last year for 111,000?
Because we had unexpected Paramount Theater HVAC system that cost $110,000 or something like that, similar to this situation. It's very hard for us to predict what's going to happen. It's just things happen. It's an old city, old buildings, things broke
We
down.
understand, we're
We gotta
having
replace them.
trouble with process.
That is the proper process. I defend every dollar that I come and ask you to approve for me, and I expect to be, not to, okay, make it like a deli budget. Grab whatever you want.
You got something against food service?
No, sir. No, sir. But it has to be properly budgeted, proper. You're more of an accountant than anybody.
I know budgeting, but I also know that timing is important, and I'm gonna give you an example. Last week, you came and presented, or last meeting, you presented a fund balance transfer for $2,000 for
What?
rodent control
Yeah.
at the new court, or pest services, I guess. That then triggered a vote by the common council, but after we said no to the fund balance transfer, it wasn't necessary to go to the common council. Because we don't have a contract with Ehrlich, it's a professional service that you hire.
And he could have done it out of his own
You
budget.
could have done that out of your own budget, so it would not have triggered that whole debate at the last meeting.
Oh, that was all my fault then. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, indirectly, yes. Respectfully.
That was all my fault. Residency in Middletown and businesses, that's all my fault. Okay.
But what does it matter when, the difference when you get money transferred into your budget? If we're telling you, if you need money at the end of, as we approach the fourth quarter of the year, if you need the money, we're going to transfer it for you then.
It's not the proper way to run a department. I'm just telling you. You do whatever you like. It's not a proper way to
What
run
is
a
the pleasure of the
department.
board? Mr. Massey has had this argument with you in the past, by the way. if I
No, he
recall.
agreed with me, Mr. Massey. You're the one who
No, I
starts
think
that
Mr.
one.
Massey used to argue about salt.
Yeah, he agrees with me, Mr. Massey.
Do you?
And you know, $2,000, just to finish your example, $2,000, he said, can you absorb it? I said, yeah, sure, we'll find a place for it in there, but not 1/3 of the annual budget for that line item.
I
And
just don't see how it matters to you when you get the money, but.
It's a proper-
Anybody have any questions, any other questions, or? We have a motion on the floor. It's sponsored by Massey and seconded by myself. So in the spirit of good government, I'm probably going to vote for it. 'Cause unlike Mr. Massey, when I sponsor or co-sponsor a resolution, I usually support it.
Couldn't let it go, huh?
So I'm going to support the
Just couldn't
resolution.
let it go. So-
Thank you, Your
So you
Honor.
did all your bravado for nothing.
No,
no.
I'd like to have a discussion.
It's gonna,
I'd like to have a discussion and understand the thinking of a department head.
Well, how do you feel,
discuss-
Mr. Massey?
Well, I'll tell you how I feel. The
Tell me
discussion-
how you feel.
Well, the discussion really comes down to either you trust the guy or you don't trust the guy. If he doesn't use the money at the end of the year, you're giving, it goes back to us anyway.
100%.
So what's the difference? He wants to do it, he wants to keep his budget.
Exactly.
If by some chance there's no other emergencies and he ends up with $155,000 still in that, it's going back to the,
Should we go back on the minutes of your previous arguments? when
Yeah,
you've
you-
argued just
you
the
I
reverse?
see his,
said it all
I
the time.
see,
So you reversed yourself again, just like
Again.
last meeting.
No. He's
I
fine.
understand his argument.
Exactly. Thank you.
And he already has the 165 budget. He already said he's
I
going to
know
spend
that,
it.
but okay, so let's say we approve this. There's no other emergencies for the end of the year, so his budget now still has $165,000 in it.
No one's making
goes-
that argument. It's going to be,
It
there's going to be
goes back- it
expenditures
goes
out of
back
that.
in the
20,000.
budget.
Okay, 20,000. Just to make, I have $20,000 left. So what? Every year.
You missed my whole point when I said to you that you and you have subordinates that spend money. Traditionally in government, especially, and Mr. Massey, since he's a former government employee, may have participated in this mentality too, is that if the money is in your budget, you want to spend it before the end of the year. Not you personally, but people under you may want to spend it before the end of the year.
He does it.
Mayor, you know me. You
He
know
does
me.
it?
He does
you,
it.
you know me better.
Well,
I
hold on, he's
scrutinize.
commenting.
He knows
You
everything.
don't trust him.
Oh,
Scrut-
you know
he's-
you have
I-
money.
I scrutinize everything, every penny. They have to justify for me, although it was budgeted item. They have to. I'm saying that on the record on TV. They have to justify for me why every little item is needed to be purchased. All of them, from Brian Smith to Ross Mastria to anybody, to the water treatment plant chief operator to the sewage treatment plant. They have to justify for me why it's needed and why we have to do it. And is there any other way? You can go ask them.
Okay, well, we had a good discussion, and unlike Mr. Massey, when I sponsor or co-sponsor a resolution, I will support it.
Yeah, but I do scrutinize, Council President.
You're
I
a
do
phony.
scrutinize every dollar request. Thank you.
All right, so we have roll. Mr. Massey?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Aye.
And I'll vote yes.
All that bravado for nothing.
All right.
You phonies.
Sometimes you do things for the record. You create a record. 3.4, authorization, and by the way, I was only following up on Mr. Council President's questions.
Good man.
Authorization to declare the following equipment as surplus and authorize the sale auction for Auctions International.
Motion.
2012 Ford, VIN number is on the agenda. The cost of the repairs will be more than $12,000. And what kind of, this is an Explorer? What's the
Ford
vehicle?
F-250. Ford
Oh,
F-250.
this is a truck?
Yep,
All right, do we have a sponsor?
I sponsor it.
Sponsored by Rodriguez. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Massey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 3.5, accept a donation from the Middletown Lions Club.
Motion.
$250 for the fishing derby. Motion by Rodriguez, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Accept donation from the Orange County Department of Health for intervention services. We will receive items picked out from Lake Shore Learning. Is this you, Raylan? Yeah. So let's get a motion on the floor first.
Motion.
Motion by Rodriguez,
Second.
second by Massey.
They received a grant, and we were chosen, along with Port Jervis Recreation, to pick out items for sensory room and sensory play to enhance the services that we're already providing. So we picked out items in the amount of $16,300.
Where will they go? At the rec center?
Yes, in our main lobby, we're going to have a sensory corner, and also some of the equipment is going to be placed right outside, so that could be utilized for our toddler programming as well as inside for our toddler programming.
Okay, it's a resolution sponsored by Rodriguez, seconded by Massey. Any questions further? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 3.7, authorization to host a citywide yard sale and waive the associated fees. This will be for June 6th and June 7th and September 12th. Motion by myself,
Second.
second by Rodriguez. Any questions? Mr. McCormick, this is you?
Yes, sir.
Any comments you want to make?
The city is very excited about it. We've been getting phone calls for the last 3 weeks. They're looking for it. We've also partnered once again with Economic and Community Development to use the field behind the Erie Way Pavilion for anybody who doesn't have a house or a place to set up outside their own house.
Okay.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. 3.8, approval to accept the intermunicipal agreement for the use of the city Port Jervis Firearms Training Range facility.
So moved.
Moved by Massey, seconded by Rodriguez. All in favor?
Aye.
3.9, I think it's just a duplicate, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there,
Authorization to approve the 2025 Fire Department LoSAP list. I think there's only one list, right? Yeah,
One's the title and one's the action.
okay. All right, so motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez. All in favor?
Aye.
310, authorize an agreement with the County of Orange for transportation services, additional funding for $11,316.35. Motion by myself,
second.
seconded by Massey. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3.11, authorize budget transfer CDBG, Section 108, defeasment, $14,670.30. Maria, come on up and explain.
CBG.
CDBG.
This is our 108 fund that we had over the years. And with this defeasement, it's totally paid off now. So we have to transfer those, the $14,670.30 from our CDBG fund balance.
CDBG.
That's where we put our loan repayments and stuff like that. And it's going into the, Leonora has these other two lines where it's got to get paid off. So our, like I say, our 108 program, the obligation we had to HUD is totally paid off now.
Any questions? Do we have a motion?
No?
Motion by,
Oh, I thought we did motion.
did we?
I thought we did you and me.
Rick, did we have a motion
Do
there?
it again, then.
Rick's not paying attention.
No, I don't see a motion on my
Oh, you
sheet.
can just-
All right, I'll make the motion,
I'll second.
seconded by Mr. Massey. Any further questions of Maria?
No?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No water and sewer adjustments, motion to adjourn?
So move.
So moved, second, all in favor? Aye. So, Mr. Massey, I was going to say this is a public meeting, but the court bid